In this lesson, we're going to practice simplifying radical expressions. For example, if I was to give you the problem, the square root of 12, it's important that you know the number under the radical is known as the radicand. The number under the radical symbol is known as the radicand. So our job in this problem is to simplify this expression. To get this 12, or the square root of 12, down to its simplest form, the way we do that is using a factor tree. We're going to figure out what two numbers multiply to get 12. Doesn't matter what two numbers you use. You can use 2 and 6. You can use 3 and 4. As long as the two numbers that you use multiply to get the radicand, then it works perfectly. But you have to continue repeating this process until the numbers don't break down any further. Notice 3 doesn't break down, 2 doesn't break down. So I'm left with these numbers here. So I'm going to write them out. When I write them out, I generally write them out in numerical order, from least to greatest. All right? So then, because this was the square root of 12, square means 2, I'm going to circle my pairs. Circle your pairs. Whatever is not circled is what remains under the radical. Whatever is circled, you take out 1 from each circle to put on the outside. So the answer for this problem is 2 square root of 3. 2 square root of 3. Let's try this again. So this time, let's say that I was to give you the square root of 27. The radicand here is 27. We're going to break it down. So you're coming up with the two numbers that multiply to get the radicand. So in this case, 9 times 3. And you keep breaking it down until you can't break it down any longer. Like so. I'm going to rewrite this. 3 times 3 times 3. We're going to circle our pairs, and whatever is not circled will be left under the radical. Whatever is circled, you pull out 1 so that it goes on the outside. Let's try it one more time. I really want to make sure that you got this. So this time I'm going to give you the square root of 24. All right? Two numbers that multiply to get 24, 4 and 6. You could also use 8 and 3, 2 and 12. It doesn't matter what two numbers you use as long as they multiply to get the radicand. But you got to keep breaking them down till you can't break them down any longer. So we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. I'm going to go ahead and circle my pairs. Notice in this case I have two numbers not circled, so I'm going to multiply them together to put them under the radical. The numbers that are circled, I'm going to pull 1 out and put it on the outside. Now sometimes you solve these problems, you're going to get fractions, such as if I was to give you the square root of 1 over 9. You're simply just going to separate this problem and go the square root of 1 divided by the square root of 9. Square root of 1 divided by the square root of 9. Square root of 1 is simply 1. The square root of 9 is simply 3. So it's still a pretty simple process.